Okay, so I'm back, guys. This is another group stage match. This is a group 3 match between Horny Beaver versus, yeah, OMMB, because I'm just gonna call them in letters. It's gonna be really hard for me to even say their names, the name of the team. So, yeah, both teams have 3 points right now. And let me just check. Okay, I got everything up. Should be starting pretty soon. So, yep, let's check. Okay, it's good. So, first bounce right now, Zeus and an Invoker bound. We saw the past two games that both of the heroes were doing pretty well in their laning stages, and moving on after the during the team fights as well. Especially both of the heroes are really good. If the other team doesn't have BKBs, and that was the result. Last game, especially Invoker was doing amazingly well. The first game that I casted, Zeus was doing pretty well, and the last first ban for the Radiant team is the OD. So we're not gonna see the gayest hero in the pool, at least. So HB starts with the Enchantress. I guess it doesn't look too good for the first pick, but I guess this is gonna be an off-lane, most likely Enchantress. But the thing is, if you first pick the Enchantress, you're setting up yourself for a counter pick. Especially if OMMB picks Ursa or Clinks or something. It just depends, because Enchantress can be a good roamer as well, like a jungler, I mean. And the thing is that is going on right now is that they're thinking what they want to pick against this hero, because she's a really big dominator during the laning stage. The amount of damage, the untouchable, and they go with the Skywrath and Faceless Void combo, which was being picked constantly the past few patches, like 5 or 6 patches before. Like every single game was like this, especially in pubs. So we're going back, I guess. And they instantly go with the Vengeful Spirit counter. So just to save the person that's getting bursted by the Skywrath during the chrono. And they're just banning the heroes that are gonna complement the Faceless Void during the chrono. So it's gonna be like AoE spells, like Witch Doctor, Gyrocopter, what else? Like AA, Disruptor, and yeah, Earthshaker, if they want to run that. But there's so many AoE heroes right now in Dota that you can just run whatever you want during the chrono. Just the way it works, like Earthshaker just can do the damage after the chrono ends, so the people can just pop BKBs if they're not killed fast enough, and Disruptor can just use his ulti on top of them, and after the chrono ends, he can still keep them in the kinetic field. And they're banning like pushing heroes now, especially like Death Prophet, and she's one of the best middle heroes as well, so you shouldn't forget about that. And I'm just reading the chat right now that people are just saying that I'm dead or something. I'm not. I'm just I had a big break just because no one was typing any games or anything for me, so I had to just type to people if they want their games to be casted. And yeah, so back to the game. OMMB is just thinking about what they want to pick for their third pick, and Grimjow is just thinking what his other players want to play, because we have an offlaner and we have one of the supports, and the best idea would be to just pick Disruptor or something, like a similar hero that can deal with the Enchantress. So the safe laner doesn't need to be harassed by the Enchantress, because Skywrath isn't good enough early on just because his mana pool is pretty low, and they go with the Clink's ban, and they go with the Spectre themselves, so I guess Spectre's not that decent against Enchantress early on just because of the attack speed, but just because he's an agility hero, he scales pretty well, especially later on in the game, at like 40, 30, 50 minutes. and if he goes for the urn, he can be present early on as well. So it's an interesting pick for them right now, just because they don't have Zeus yet, and Zeus is out of the pool already. So HB probably knew about their combos that OMMB did before, and yeah, the HB is thinking what to pick now. What is a good counter for Spectre? What did he want to pick? Did he want to pick a mid? Did he want to pick another support? And they go for another support. They're gonna go for the Lion, and it's a pretty legit like ganker compare like with the Vengeful Spirit. Both heroes can smoke gank the middle lane, and OMB instantly pick Warlock just so they could combo with the Faceless Void Chrono, so you can drop the Golem on top of them and get the Fatal Bonds on and just slow people as well with the. Let me just check out what the spell is called because I don't want to mess it up. Upheaval, okay. So yeah, they just dropped the bomb and pretty much just Fatal Bonds them, and the Skywrath ult does so much damage to all of their heroes. And they need some tanky mid and Juggernaut. Yep, and Juggernaut's a good pick against this. If he gets the spin off, he can like waste a little bit of time for the chrono during the chrono. And yeah, two agility heroes against each other. So at the 30-40 minute mark, it's gonna be an interesting fight between each other. Just because Spectre can kill Venge and Lion later on so easily. So it's all gonna depend on how Enchantress is gonna do during her laning stage. If she messes up the Spectre a little bit, Jug's gonna have a better time. And problem is that Faceless Void can't really do too well against a Lion and a Vengeful. Both heroes can stun him for so long that it doesn't even matter if he has Time Walk, because Juggernaut's spin is so good right now early on. The amount of damage, even though the mana cost is so big and his mana pool is so low, it doesn't really matter too much, just because like one kill will set up the Void so back that he will need to go to the jungle to get himself back, as we saw for the Tidehunter last game as that I casted. And yeah, they the last two bans are both mid heroes. They banned the Puck and the TA, so yeah, two last heroes are gonna be both mid, so HB is gonna have an advantage to have the counter on it. And OMMB picks Queen of Pain, so what do we have on the pool still? We don't have OD, we don't have Invoker. They banned the Puck. They can actually do something against the Queen of Pain. They banned the Zeus, they banned the DP. What else do we have to complement their team? They have some initiation from Venge, they have a Lion, and they have some pure damage coming. What do they need? They need someone to be tanky, like Razor, if they want to go for it. Or team fight hero? What else is left? Like, most of the popular heroes right now is just banned right now. Like, the mid heroes, like, they banned like 6 mid heroes. And Queen of Pain was picked as well, so. What else do we have? We have 2 int heroes. We have 3 int heroes. So what is good against Queen of Pain nowadays? It's interesting because HB is thinking a lot as well as I am right now. I don't want to go to like the hero pool or something and just be like wondering out what they want to pick. But Razor is pretty good. Like he's a mech carrier. He's tanky. He can do everything that he needs. He's a BKB carrier as well. He has a long range nuke. He can steal damage from the Void. He can steal the damage from the Spectre. But I think like they're not lacking any damage anymore, so they're just lacking a tanky core. Because Enchantress is pretty weak against Skywrath if they get the chrono on him. And Juggernaut. Oh, Ember, yeah. But I don't think Ember's that good, to be honest. The only thing that he's good against is the Skywrath ulti, but the Skywrath ulti is like 600 damage plus on level 4, like, Ember Shield? Isn't it? It's like 500 and the level 1 ult is like 600, so yeah, level 1 ulti just pops his mana shield pretty much, so it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna have pause. I'll just have fun, 2 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna have some problems with HB's computers, so I'm just gonna wait for it. Let's just check what do they have. Okay, let's just do this. Dota in-game. Switch. And yeah. Okay, some Russian stuff that I don't know. Okay, so everyone's ready. Some sniper stuff. Oh yeah, just because they have the sniper logo, yeah. So both teams are ready. We're gonna wait for it on pause. Most likely. Yep, go. Okay, good. So to start with, OMMB. Okay, so AD is gonna be the support Warlock. Moda is gonna be the Faceless Void off lane. Frozen, Grimjow is gonna be the Spectre safe lane. Mr. Love is gonna be the Skyref support, and the last guy, Gobi, is gonna be the mid Queen of Pain. Okay, now the Dire, HB. Skathi is gonna be the Ember mid. Anime is gonna be the Enchantress off lane. Bur-Ah is gonna be the Juggernaut safe lane. Carry, Vive Stealer is gonna be the support Venge, and the last guy that's pretty slow is gonna be the AZ Pro. Lion, support. Team Dire Smokes. Gonna go into the jungle to search for their first victim. Gobi is the first one to go in. Are they gonna meet up? Not yet. I think AZ Pro actually saw one of them. They're gonna probably pop a smoke on one of them. They eat a tree with the hatchet, and they're gonna find Grimjow. I don't know. They can actually get the stun off. I don't know if Lion is quick enough. Yeah, he gets the hex off. Do they have any more stuns? Yeah, they have a Searing Chains. Yeah, first blood comes in. Animating. Enchantress gets the first blood on Grimjow, and good start for them to get the first blood for an offlaner. No one's gonna be fighting for the runes anymore, so Skathi is gonna pick the bottom rune for himself for the Dire mid, and Gobi is gonna pick up the other bounty rune. So both mids at least get the runes, so it's gonna be even. And yep, let's just start the game. Okay, most interesting lane is gonna be I guess the mid, because bottom it's pretty hard to kill the Enchantress unless you get the nukes off and the Searing Chains. Not the Searing Chains, I mean the slow from Spectre. And Ember, I don't know, he's pretty good against Queen, but the problem is that she has a like a damage tick, so doesn't really matter for the Ember. The only thing that she's better at is last hits, just because he has like an extra few damage compared to the Ember Spirit, and he has no Quailing Blade yet for a melee hero. And I don't know, off lane Void is gonna get zoned out, as we're seeing right now. He doesn't do anything. He got 8 tangles, but he can't even move up to the lane. How's Enchantress doing? Yeah, she's gonna just get nuked a little bit by the Warlock and level 1 slow Master Love. Yep, just some more damage coming in. It's pretty low, like she has like no stats start. She started with the enchant as well, so even if she started with the untouchable, it wouldn't matter just because she's gonna get zoned out by them just using their nukes. And okay, so how's mid doing? Yeah, mid's kinda getting harassed a little bit more. 200 HP now. But he has his bottle coming. No bottle snipes coming as well. Gobi is 4-1 versus 7-2 Skathi Ember. Just pops his salve and goes for the top rune. Courier's just walking right now, so he won't have his bottle at the same time that the rune spawns, but just gonna pick it up, and yeah, it's gonna be a DD, 2 minutes, and Skyref picks up the bounty rune, so he could get closer to his level 2. We're gonna see some rotations coming already from the Dire side. It's the Venge and the Lion just standing when waiting for their chance. Because Skathi, I don't know if the ward saw it or not, but I don't think it did. They're going in probably if Gobi jumps in. I've actually missed a kill because I didn't think that would happen, to be honest. I think that he just got clapped by the Ursa warrior and got killed with the last hit coming from it. They're going for more, like Animane is just trying to harass the Warlock, but he just has his heal on, and they're going or mid as well, but at the same time they're going bottom. AD is probably gonna get killed. Yeah, last hit, yeah, comes in and Lion gets the 3rd kill for the Dire team. Just he got his boots. So I don't even know how Anime killed the Spectre. As I said, it shouldn't be happening. But they lost both of the heroes, and so it's 0-2 for Grimjaw, I guess. He died for the first blood, and he died at the bottom lane due to Urstar Warrior clapping him and killing him. They're going on double stun coming in, but are they gonna get the kill? They're gonna get slowed as well, but they can't even move anymore, so they're just going back because Skyrev got healed by the Warlock, and he can't do anything anymore, so they just go back to farming.
Warlock, I hope you don't fight like a librarian.
Oh yeah, they left Void alone now against Juggernaut, so at least Void is gonna get a lot of space right now. It's nearly level 3 compared to the level 4 Enchantress. They're gonna stun the Master Joe, and he's gonna probably die. Too much damage coming in. The insane amount of damage coming from them early on. 70 damage from Enchantress, just having a couple of Fairy Fires and Ring of Bassi to be tankier. So they just moved their lanes. They just left the Juggernaut alone against Void because they know that he isn't gonna get anything anyways. So he's just gonna get all the space that he needs for his level 6 at least, so he can roam bottom to help his teammates. Because that bottom lane isn't gonna be winnable if they keep it like this, unless they want to swap the lane, which I kind of doubt because everyone's bottom, everyone TP there. So, but yeah, that triple lane is kind of bad, and they're trying to stun the Spectre again, but it doesn't matter too much because Warlock just heals him, reduces all of the damage intake that they can actually do to him. So they're just back to just harassing each other and just farming creeps, hitting each other. 3 range heroes against 2 range heroes, but the problem is that Radiant side has like no mana left, so they're losing these exchanges. But yeah, let's check what items they're doing. Can we see anything? Enchantress is going for the Dragonlance. What else? Moda got his Iron Talent, so he can roam to the jungle to just get us some farm. Spectre's going for the Ring of Bassi, and yeah, what else? Yeah, they're just waiting for their chance to go on them again, but that's the thing, like Warlock has no mana anymore, so this is the time for them to go. They're chasing middle, I guess. Gobi's gonna get on by Skathi. I don't know if that's a good idea, but he's actually diving her. I think this is gonna be a diff. Yeah, Gobi misses his ulti as well, so I don't know if that's a good chance for him to go anymore, because all of the creeps are dead, and he can't dive him anymore. He has no more mana. That was like a legit chance, but he messed it up, and Gobi actually missed his ulti just because he panicked probably, and yeah, Skathi is gonna pick up the 6-minute bounty rune top, which is pretty decent for him to get his mana back, and yeah, at least he doesn't need to go back to base, and as Quap needs to do it. But yeah, at least he managed to waste the Queen of Pain's ulti, which is really long cooldown level, especially without the Aghanims. It's 135 seconds, even though it's pure damage, but still, 300 pure damage nuke is wasted for nothing. So, and it's gonna be up in like a minute. So she's kind of weak now, a lot weaker to gank people bottom lane. Devil Invis Rune, they're probably gonna go on Spectre. I don't know if this is a good idea, but they're probably trying anyways. Do they have any more heal? Yup. I don't know. This is not gonna go well for them unless he goes back in and he's gonna get stuck. Nah, he's fine. He got back to the dagger route and he's out. He's fine. He's just gonna get harassed a little bit, stunned. They used the upheave bolt to slow them. I don't know if that they're just gonna get stunned again. White Stealer just uses a stun. They have no more mana, so this is gonna be just people just hitting each other 3 versus 3 party bottom, pretty much. Everyone's like lawn partying bottom, I guess. Because top, I don't know. I guess when Void is gonna be really low, the only chance Juggernaut has to kill him is just pop his ulti and have like 3 great swipes to kill him. Which I don't doubt, but it's a lot harder to do it compared to the bottom lane kills that is happening. The 4 kills in 7 minutes, so it's already pretty decent for them. They're doing what they need to be doing. They left a Juggernaut, and they're abusing the Spectre safe lane, who's really, really weak early on. Even if he has 2 supports, if they didn't have a Warlock or like anyone else that could be healing him, this lane would be completely just a disaster. Like you couldn't do anything against this lane. Like they are constantly spamming spells on you. They have so many spells to use. They have like a Wild Wing Ripper as well that has armor. Did I just see another ulti just whip during the chrono? But they're actually gonna go anyways, and they get the kill off on the Juggernaut, even if they messed up. But Lion gets the comeback kill, and they're gonna kill Gobi as well, even if he missed a stun. Unless he has no mana, yeah, he has mana, and he's out. I don't know, that was such a weird ulti from Queen of Pain. I don't know, he probably thought that he doesn't get the chrono on the Juggernaut, but he actually did and missed the ulti for some odd reason. I guess he just lagged or something, because they were saying that they were having lag problems. So, I don't know, it was kind of interesting to see that, but yeah, I'm not gonna laugh at it. Stuff happens. We all had our things with the Quap ulti being stupid sometimes, and yeah. Okay, so Skyref is back at the lane. They kind of wanted to leave Spectre now, so Spectre's is alone now with the against Enchantress, because like Skyref Mage doesn't have any more mana, so it's just 1 versus 1, and Enchantress doesn't have mana either, so I guess it's just a comeback lane right now for the comeback time for Spectre to get his items, because even though he has 46 last hits, he died twice, so I don't know what the safe lane Jug is doing, but he got killed at least once now. They used the chrono pretty well to their full like effect. And yeah, they're just let me just pull out the net worths for you, because it's 10 minutes already. And are they gonna try to do anything? No, they're just like hitting the Spectre here and there. He has a stout shield, so the PMS I mean, so he doesn't really care about the damage anymore coming from them unless it's an impetus hit. And yeah, AZ Pro is just playing with Radiant Creeps, and they're going just, I don't know, farming, and they don't really care about kills anymore, just because they don't have the Chrono or level 6 on Spectre, and see rotation coming bottom. They're gonna go bottom as they're diving both of them. AD is gonna get stunned as well. They're probably gonna kill them at least. And Skathi is really low on HP, but he just bursts down the Spectre, and they lose the Benja at that time. But Gobi gets Searing Chase. He's really low, and he just gets killed. And triple kill for Ice Skathi. They're gonna have Void coming in. They have a lot of like low HP heroes, like a 7-second TP coming in from Moda. I don't know if he can actually catch anyone, but they know that AZ Pro is in the area, and he's just regularly walking off, and he's probably gonna kill Messer Love. And that happens actually, but they use the Spectre ult, and they're probably gonna kill AZ Pro because he has no more mana to use, and even if he has 5 earned charges, he's gonna lose his life, and it happens. So I guess 3 deaths for a Lion, I guess. Did they lose the bench? I think they did, so I guess a even trade, I guess. Let me check. Well, HB is ahead just because of the 9 kills and the amount of farm that Skathi has, compared to the Queen of Pain that is kinda having problems using his ulti and not getting stunned. So they're back to farming, 11 minutes into the game. How's the item charts going? Moda is probably going for a Blink Dagger now. That would be the best idea. Skathi has his, he's going for the Boots of Travel, the typical Ember Spirit build nowadays. What else? Spectre's going for the drums. What else? We have the Dragonlance finished for the Enchantress. And Juggernaut's rushing Battle Fury. So he's just gonna go jungle now. That's what he's doing right now. Just farming jungle, getting the space that he needs. And at the same time, bottom is filled with dire heroes, and they're gonna see Spectre, who doesn't have any spells to use, and he just gets the Spectre dagger off, and he just gets out of harm's way. And they have Bur is bottom now, so they can push out this lane. The only problem is that he's so low on mana that he can't use his ulti, and they're going balls deep on this. They even have a really aggressive ward placed by the bench. They're gonna have a Void. I think that's Void, yeah, that's Void. Is he gonna chrono? Nah, they saw the healing ward, so they thought twice about chronoing this. Even though they have 4 people in the area, they're 4 versus 4, but Skathi can just TP bottom, and Skyref as well, but problem is that they don't have level 6 on Warlock. That's the main thing that they're lacking right now. They need another AoE spell to stop the Ember from just killing people and just getting out of harm's way. And we see Skathi get his 13-minute boots of travel. They can't deny the tower, neither they get a last hit on it, so just 200 gold coming in for everyone. At least a little boost, and they know that Grimjaw is alone now, so he just pops the ulti. I don't know where he's gonna try to go, but where is he at? Oh, okay, he just popped it and just ran out. Okay, Skathi just got killed. Skyrath probably just used his silence, and the chrono used. Yeah, the chrono was used, and even the Quap ulti. So 3 ults were used for his Ember Spirit kill. Like, I was checking where he was going. He tried to TP out, I think, and he just got chronoed. So yeah, sad days for the Ember, because he gave a 600 bounty for the Skyref, and I don't know if AD knows this, but he's really in a bad place. Yep, he just got fingered. Old man got fingered, but yep. I don't know, guys. I think you need to get the hell out of bottom, because this is gonna be sad for you, because Venge is gonna get the stun up, but she doesn't have any more damage, and she's probably gonna lose her life. Yeah, 1-for-1. Warlock was killed, and the Venge wasn't quick enough to TP out like the Lion. So, yep, 1-for-1. Let's check the net worths. HP is still ahead by 3k, but they're still lacking the amount of gold that they need to be getting for the Queen of Pain. So Queen of Pain is in the middle. She has less farm than their offlaner, so it's, yep, not so good, not so good. Queen had a pretty rough start just because she missed like 3 ultis, I think, or 2 ultis. So I know that as a Queen of Pain player, you just lose confidence so quickly when you miss your spells, because you need to be hitting them constantly, because you're a pretty decent damage dealer for your team. I don't know if they see it or not, but I think, okay, Dire has the vision, Radiant doesn't. And they know that Warlock is close to his level 6. And Skyref is near the area where they want to go, so they just get back. Because Ember is really weak against silences, especially long-range silences, and 4-second cooldown silences. Because he can just get bursted down like we saw it in here. He got chronoed, he got Quap ultied, yep. And Skathi just misses his Searing Chains. Even though he probably couldn't kill this guy, but because there's a Void next to him. Okay, they're gonna get the skill up, yep. Grimjaw just stayed for too long, Knight as well. He doesn't see the Lion. He doesn't like see the Lion coming from behind. It's a stun off, he doesn't even need the finger, but the damage was way too much, and they get another kill for the Ember Spirit, who's 4-1-1 right now. They're going top, they just bursted down the Juggernaut. Another ulti comes in, and even the Quap ulti, they're chasing Vibe Stealer. Can he get a Ravage? Yeah, he does. 2-man stun coming in. He doesn't. Oh, the Golem on top of 2 people. They're gonna lose Moda, most likely. Yeah, it does. And amount of physical damage coming in, but at the same time, they lose the Venge because he got bursted down. First Spectre God ulti comes in, and they get a Lion kill. They're going for Animane as well. If he dies, he's gonna give a pretty big streak, but Skathi is in the building. He's gonna try to like stop the Spectre from going in. He's gonna get silenced, so he needs to get the hell out of there unless he wants to get killed by the people next to him. And he's still chasing. He has like no mana, but he, I guess, pretty decent trade. Didn't lose too much. Didn't lose the Spectre at least, even though he lost his life in the middle. But that the first kill for him? Oh no, it's the third one. Okay, so that's the third kill for Spectre. Still doesn't have an urn, which would help a whole lot, because he would have full HP constantly, so he wouldn't need to go to the base to heal up and stuff. And I think they know that Grimjaw is like next to them, and longest 6 or 5 second long TP, and he's pretty fine. I guess they just leave the top tower though for the taken. So Skathi just TP's mid to save the tower from getting even more harassed from the Queen of Pain, and at the same time they're gonna get the top tier 1 tower. It's gonna go to the Vengeful Spirit, who's going for the 4-staff, most likely. It is. Yeah, let's check the items. Queen's going for the Orchid. Skyref's rushing the Rod of Atos, and we have Drum of Endurance for Spectre. Void's going for the Vlads, and he has finished it. and Ember's getting close to his Battle Fury. Juggernauts as well. Enchantress still a long time from getting Aghanim's. Okay, so 18 minutes, they're still trying to push, even though... Okay, so the only thing that they're missing is the Skywrath ult and the Queen ult. They're gonna have a Spectre ult as well, but they're backing off, so... Yep. They know that Ember TP'd bottom, so this is the time where they can be farming top lane. Safely, at least. Without having people die for nothing. Like we saw Spectre die middle lane. At the same time, Arcane Rune was used by Skathi, so he can actually just abuse the mana pool that he has right now. And I don't know what Grimjaw is doing, but he's just baiting the Skathi to use his spells. And we're gonna see some rotations coming from the Dire. They're in the Radiant jungle right now, just farming, and he's just baiting him because he knows that he has a TP, so he can just get the hell out of here. And yeah, it happens. He just TPs out. He goes top, so he's fine with his life. Okay, so yeah, they're just checking out if he's still next to them, and he just went top. So instantly Ember TP's top, just to meet up with the Spectre again in the top lane. He's 5-1-1. He's ahead of everyone by 2,000 gold. He's ahead of his own teammate by 2,000 gold, and ahead of the most farmed Dire hero. And they have vision on the Spectre. I don't know if they want to go for it, but they should have went for it. It's just missed the opportunity to go on him. They had the Warlock and Skywrath at this place. So they could burst him down so quickly. They have a finger, and Ember Spirit just casually farming next to them. Okay, so 19 minutes. Juggernaut Battle Fury comes in. Pretty late compared to a typical Battle Fury timing, but I guess he just missed a lot of last hits, I guess, because I don't know, let me check. Oh no, he's doing pretty well, I guess, compared to the others. Because the 10 minute you would probably have like 60 last hits if you have a decent lane, or 70 last hits. He has 100, so I guess he missed. He died 2 times to the Chrono, onto the ulti from Skywrath and the Queen of Pain ulti, so I guess it's worth, but they're wasting way too many spells for just a Juggernaut kill. I guess they're just setting him back, but that's the thing. He has his Battle Fury now, so he can farm Ancients, he can farm jungle stacks, even more efficient. And they're going for the Chrono and Animate. They actually just missed the ulti again, but they're gonna use it on Vengeance. They're gonna drop it, but they dropped the Skywrath ulti as well. The Juggernaut, is he gonna use his ulti now? He's gonna get silenced, but they dropped the Golem on 2 people, but the heal coming in from the Juggernaut, where it doesn't really matter. They lose 2 heroes, but Skafi's in the building now, so they need to get the hell out of here. They only get the Searing Chains on Moda, so he just sleeps damage out, and they're not losing any heroes, so let's just check how the net worth is going. So it's gonna drop a little bit. They had a 4,000 lead. It's probably gonna drop to a little bit less now, just because of the kill that he had on the Lion and the Vengeful Spirit. But they wasted all of their ultis, so yep. This is the time where Dire just pushes. And the only problem is the Juggernaut doesn't have a healing ward, so he's just lacking the sustain right now for his team. And we have an Orchid finished for the Queen of Pain, so at least another option to silence the Ember comes in place. Skywrath doesn't need to beat the guy that initiates on the Ember if they want to go for it, because Voidus still needs like 1,100 gold to finish his Blink Dagger, but oh my god, the slow on the Juggernaut, he's like an old man. He has like 170 speed or something. He can't even move too well. It's because of the like upheaval at the dagger, the Spectre Dagger, the dagger spell from Spectre. And they're most likely gonna just take this tier 2 middle. They're gonna get the Master Love, Searing Chains, and yeah, Warlock just uses his heal, so it doesn't really matter. So they just get the tier 2 mid, and they're just going back. They don't really care anymore. They got the objective, and they're gonna move up top, because they still know that most of the ultis are coming back, but still they're missing the AoE damage from the Warlock Golem, and the stun, at least, to stop the Ember Spirit from just running around and jumping from spirit to spirit. I don't know if this is the best idea to go high ground right now, but they have a couple of Enchantress creeps on the high ground. So they're just like getting some harass off, and they actually get the silence off, and Ember's really low, but he uses his magic wand and he's fine, and we're probably gonna lose Void for bench, and they're getting slowed so much. Spectre just uses his on. They're probably gonna go on AZ Pro because he's really out of place right now and he's gonna get killed. They're gonna go for more, but I don't think this is the best idea. They're just leaving the place right now. They don't have any more stunts. No, they don't, and they're gonna just leave the place. 1 for 2. HP loses 2 heroes just because they actually thought that at 23 minutes they can go high ground without any ults. So yeah, Ember nearly died, but just because they have Avenge, she sacrificed for the greater good to save his middle player with killing spree that he has going on. Okay, let's check. WAP is going back to base. Let's check the items. Okay, so Warlock has 1 item from his Aghanims. Point booster. Moda is close. Okay, he was pretty close to his Blink Dagger, but he died a couple of times, so he dropped a little bit. Spectre has his Diffusal Blade now. Scarbath is still 1k like before getting his Rod of Atos. And Gobi is getting his BKB now, so about the Dire, they're just moving to Roshan. They know that this is the time they go Roshan because they use the Chrono, the Spectre ult, the Queen of Pain ult, and Skathi wasn't quick enough to save the tower, but yeah, at least they get some gold for the Radiant now. And 25 minute, he just is gonna go for the Juggernaut on the Dire side.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so Venge has her Staff up. So another mobility item coming for the Dire. And
Dire's top tower
yeah, Juggernaut, pretty tanky I guess. He has 1k HP. I think Skathi is way too deep, but he doesn't have the Aegis. He shouldn't forget about it. Juggernaut picked it up, so shouldn't be going that deep because they have all of their ults back up and they're ready to fight, even though they have Aegis on the Juggernaut. He's gonna get force-staffed in by the bench. They can actually go on this. Can he drop? Oh my god, the 3-man! Oh, Chrono as well, and the 2-man ult on top of them. They're losing heroes like flies, and they're gonna use that Juggernaut ulti, but it doesn't do too much. He's just gonna die, and they're gonna lose another hero. This is most likely gonna be a double kill on the Juggernaut. Yeah, it does, and Moda gets a double kill. 5-man wipe. Let's check instantly the team worth. Yep, from 5k to 1k. The OMMB team just comes back just because of the mess up from the Juggernaut, and even though they wasted the force staff, but they thought that they can initiate on them. But that's the thing, they have so many AoE spells that they can combo with the Void up, so they didn't really care about the Spectre getting force staffed and stunned, because Void didn't even have his Blink Dagger during the fight, and it's coming right now, so they didn't even have the main initiator do his work, but they got a good initiation just because they messed the initiation up themselves. And they're gonna go on AZ Pro. This is most likely gonna be another Death Form, and Killing Spree comes in for the Skyrath. And they're chasing right now because they know that this is the chance where they get the combat kills. And they're gonna lose 1 hero, and they're probably gonna lose Moda as well. He doesn't have any spells to use, and he's dead. Mega Kill Streak comes in for the Enchantress. She used her suicide before, so they didn't lose the streak for her, at least. Let's check the items. A Warlock is 2 items closer now to the Aghanims. And I mean, just throws 1 Impetus. Just check if Gobi isn't AFK and just sleeping and farming at the same time. Queen has 1 more item to finish. Okay, she has her BKB now. 27 minutes into the game, so she's pretty set up right now. They don't really have too many spells against that, except for the Venge swap and the Juggernaut ult during the BKB. Oh, what else? What else? This is just gonna be a tier 2 push, because I don't know, they don't have Golem, they don't have Queen of Pain ult. It's coming back in a few seconds, so I don't know. Unless they hug each other, they're not gonna fight. They still don't have Warlock ult. Moda had a good chance, but he messed it up. He blinked from way too long range, and he wasn't quick enough to use his chrono because they just blinked out and jumped out. So Amber is back top. He's getting chased in the net worth chart by the Spectre and the Queen of Pain. That's the thing, that Ember depends on his teammates a whole lot, because if he gets silenced, he's pretty done. So if Venge doesn't swap him quick enough, he's pretty dead, just because of the amount of AoE spells and the damage from the nukes that are coming from their team. The double damage is being picked up by the Spectre, so this is like the worst time for them, for the Dire to fight, because he has 300 damage nearly to do his work with the ulti. And we're waiting for the next team fight, and the team that picks up the next Roach is going to be really big for them, just because they're like just setting up for themselves right now. Everyone's probably like tired already after playing a couple of games, so they just wanna they just don't want to do a mistake that's gonna cost them the game, especially at this time of the game when the people don't have buybacks and they're just buying items to be prepared for the next team fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How's everyone doing? Okay. Yeah, Skathi is going for the data list now. For more damage. Okay. Okay, let's check what else is going on. Yeah, OMMB is like in front now, just because of the team fight that they had. Like you see how it dropped from 22 minutes from 5,000 to them being ahead by 1,000. So it's a 6k lead, 6k difference in 8 minutes, just because of a couple of team fights that they had that were pretty good for them. And yep, they're just waiting for their chance to fight now. And they're going, and they actually just smoke next to them. They're gonna probably get Chrono. A 5-man Chrono comes in, a 5-man Warlock ult as well. They're gonna have a 5-man ulti as well. They're gonna drop everyone at 4-man. 4 people drop. Ember has like no spells to use, and they're gonna just drop everyone. They're gonna have a killing streak come in for the Faceless Void, and he just spams GG well played. And Spectre says well played as well. And yeah. Can't really scream too much, guys. I have a lot of people sitting next to me, so yeah, I don't want to be doing that because like one of the tournaments just ended, so can't really be having too many emotions next to them. Okay, so the network shards is so much. Yep, it went up again. It's 3,000 plus now. So they're just trash talking each other now, just because the Radiant team is coming back, and they know that the other team is probably really mad about them using smoke and getting it popped like a second later. But Skathi is going for AD now, probably just gonna get killed, because even though he has like 17 charges of the magic wand, he's still probably gonna get killed. He has no TP. And another Searing Chains finishes it up and gets the kill for himself. Killing spree coming in for the Ember Spirit now, 600 gold. So it's a huge boost for him, just because he got killed during the last team fight, and he gave away killing spree, I guess, for the other team. And they're back to farming. Roshan gonna spawn in in a minute, I think, in like 30 seconds to a minute. All of the Radiant is setting up top now. Queen has her ult in 10 seconds, so she's pretty prepared for another team fight that they wanna take. The only problem is that they don't have Warlock in here. Warlock is dead for 5 seconds still. Ember pops his Invis-Rune. I don't know if they saw it or not, but they have a Sentry Warrior in here next to them. They actually popped the Spectral. Can they do anything with it? They're actually going in. AZ Pro is gonna get on. He's gonna missed the chrono right now, but the ulti comes in from the Juggernaut. It doesn't even do anything. Master Loves is so low, he actually doesn't even get bursted down that quickly. The Queen of Pain ulti finishes off the Juggernaut. They're gonna kill the bench, and Skathi is gonna get silenced, which is gonna result in a 4th death for them. They're gonna lose 2 heroes. Triple kill for Spectre, and Queen of Pain is going back because she's losing her HP. And Moda, even though he missed his chrono, he's still doing pretty well. And yeah, another team fight that Dire messes up. Even though they had a Invis Ember Spirit, he went in way too deep. The Juggernaut ulti was way too bad. And even though the chrono missed, they still had such a good team fight to pick up. The Juggernaut ulti was like on 3 creeps and like 6, at least like 4 heroes or something. So it just bounced between each other like once, so it didn't do any damage pretty much for them. So they just healed up and then went back in and just killed them. They lost 4 heroes. The Networks are still going in front, even for more now. So it's 6k ahead by the OMMB squad. And what items are they getting? They have Aghanims now finished on Warlock. They have Aghanims pretty soon gonna be finished on Void as well. Even though Spectre died, he has his Manta finished. He has a good amount of farm as well, good amount of gold left. Skywrath has his Aether Lens, so he's gonna have a lot more efficiency, and he's gonna use his spells from longer range. And Queen of Pain is going for a Hex for the Ember Spirit, just because it's going for the damage build instead of going for the BKB or Linken's. Okay, Lion has his Ghost Scepter now. They actually just smoked, and a 3-man smoke. Juggernaut wasn't in the smoke area, so Vinch, Lion, and Enchantress are the heroes that are smoked, and Skathi is next to them. They probably know that they are there, and he just pinged it out. And Spectre actually just uses his ulti because he knew that they probably used the smoke to go on them. And he goes back, and they actually killed the Juggernaut with the creep getting the last hit on him, actually. Just because he used this Manta, and Juggernaut had like no mana to use his ulti, so he just got killed. But it was unlucky, and the creep gets the kill instead of the Spectre that really needed that kill. Just because it's probably pretty close. Like, yeah, like Juggernaut is 3k below him, so if he died again and Spectre got the kill on him, he would probably got him like a 400 gold bounty, I guess. So yeah, but he's still dead for 30 seconds, so this is a good time for them to think about what they want to do right now. They're gonna push bottom, they're gonna try to push mid, or if they're gonna go top. But we shouldn't forget about the Roshan, because if the other team takes Roshan, it's really gonna be a big problem for them. They really don't want to have Juggernaut or Ember Spirit with the Aegis. And let's check the items. How's the items doing? And Ember's getting really close for the data list. He has like 1 item left. As the recipe, he could get it, but I guess he wants to have a buyback on himself. Because if they lose a fight, they most likely gonna lose Roshan as well if Ember dies without buyback. And I guess that's the only thing why he doesn't want to finish his item. And I mean, it's a lone top. They know that Spectre is top lane from the creeps. He's gonna use his Manta to push out the lanes at the same time. He's just gonna go bottom. And there's some space bottom. They don't want to take it. They have Manta Illusions of Juggernaut, which is gonna just scout the Radiant side, the jungle of it. And Skathi finishes up his data list, so he can go bottom to finish up with more items if he wants to and get his buyback. And Hex is finished. 37-minute Hex for the Queen of Pain. At the same time, they smoke. 4-man smoke. Only guy that isn't smoked is Spectre, and at the same time, he gets an Invis rune. So he's pretty much set up. They know that Skathi's bottom, but they don't know where exactly he is. And it's night, so they have no vision of him. They're actually gonna run in. Skathi's probably gonna get Hexed, but he just uses his Searing Chains and Sleight of Fist, and he just gets out. So he was pretty lucky to have his Remnant back, because he would probably died there if Gobi got the Hex off. They're probably gonna use their smoke as well. Wife Stealer bought smoke, So it's probably gonna be a 5-man rotation coming from the Dire. I'm gonna use the Spectre ulti to just check if the Dire team is using anything. And they saw that everyone's there, so they're gonna go into Roshan, just because they have a pretty decent chance of it. The only problem is that they don't know if Dire has any vision, and Dire actually does have vision. So they know that there's people just walking in and out of Roshan, but they don't want to go there anymore, because they probably know that it's really low HP already. It's 1k HP, and it's gonna drop its Spectre, taking up the 38-minute Aegis, and he's not gonna get killed for 5 minutes unless he gets killed twice. Check the items. If there's anything interesting going. Spectre... Okay, he's going for the butterfly now. Skathi finished his items. And Enchantress has her BKB finished. Juggernaut, is he going for anything? He has 3.8k gold, but he hasn't even killed anything yet in 39 minutes, so... I don't know, he doesn't have that much intake during the fights. He's in the middle right now, just because it's so hard for him to get a good ulti off. Just because he gets like Golem... the Golem dropped on him, or Void, in front of him, so he just ults the Void and he can just jump out the damage that he just took in a couple of seconds. And Spectre's already tanky, he has Manta. Skywrath can just tank it as well. Like, if Skywrath dies, they don't really care, at least they don't lose like a Queen of Pain or something. But yeah, Juggernaut is kind of falling off because he doesn't have any pressure on the other team anymore. He's going for the butterfly as well. Spectre finished his. And yeah, you see the amount of damage that he's taken from just the illusions. He nearly died to 2 of them. They're actually gonna see the Spectre now. Is he gonna get steering chains or stunned? Nah, they actually missed the chance. And he's gonna use the ulti. Is he gonna go for anyone? He's probably gonna chance this, and he's gonna go for AZ Pro. He didn't get he didn't have Manta or Diffusal Blade from cooldown, so he just gets stunned, and AZ Pro is fine, even though he was really, really low. So, yep, they just waste the Spectre ult for nothing, just for harass, I guess. They're gonna just push the middle lane now, probably. Just because they went back, they know that Juggernaut can't even fight against the illusions, so I guess they're just gonna wait for 90 seconds to have the Spectre ulti back so they can fight without any uncomfortability. And they're just gonna push mid now. At least try to do so. And bottom, because there's a tier 2 tower still at 40 minutes into the game. And yeah, they're just trying to force issue right now, just because they have the Aegis on the Spectre. Still for a couple of minutes. And yeah, he's probably gonna go for hard now, later, after the Aegis runs out. And yeah, the towers get picked up by the creeps of Radiant, so everyone gets 200 gold bounty. And they're ahead by a pretty big margin, 7k now, so... Yep. Just hex one of the illusions. And they go back just because they know that Ember has a lot of damage from the data list, so they don't want to lose their lives for nothing. And if they lose one team fight, the Dire can just come back so easily. Just because they have so much damage from, especially like the Enchantress, from the Impetus. Even though she doesn't have an Aghanim's, but she still has a lot of physical damage. It can't be really stopped too much by the armor. And yeah, they're just waiting for their chance to go in. At the same time, Skathi used his Boots of Travel to push out top lane, which is getting pinged out right now. Radiant doesn't know if they want to go back or not. They don't have any Boots of Travel on their team. And they're gonna just use 2 TPs. And they actually don't stop neither of them, so they're gonna be 3 versus 5, so they just use the Spectral to scare them off. And I don't know if that's a good idea, but Warlock actually just drops the ulti on the Juggernaut. That's the Aghanim's ulti. I don't know if that was a good idea, because Skathi just crits for 773 damage, and they just take it. So they don't have the AoE cancellation of any spells, and they actually use the Juggernaut ulti. Grimjaw is probably gonna get killed. Juggernaut is tanking all of the damage, and he actually gets killed by the Skywrath ulti, which bursts him down. Can they do anything? Oh my god, Gabi actually got chronoed by his own teammate. They have a Grimjaw in there as well. Gabi's probably gonna get fingered, and he does. He's dead for 80 seconds. Skathi is really low. He has a 13 stick charges, but he's so low he can't even jump anywhere, and they're gonna lose this Ember Spirit, who doesn't. He has a buyback, so that's a good thing. At least they don't lose their main damage dealer. Like Juggernaut just got bursted down so quickly, it didn't even matter. So they buy back on Skathi just because they know that if he isn't pushing out the top lane, they won't have anything to do, and they need to force at least some of the action to top lane, because it's the easiest lane to push for them now. And he's gonna get the tower kill, and who's TPing back now? It's Warlock, so he can actually just kill him now because they don't have any more TPs, and it actually happens because AD has no more help, and they buy back on the Queen of Pain, and Skathi just jumps back, so he actually forces a good buyback, and they can't even do anything anymore. The Radiant has to go back, so they don't lose their base, and they were pretty even, to be honest, from losing their base. The melee rack set 700 damage dealt to it, and range barracks at 300. So Skathi did his job, he didn't even lose his life. He didn't need to buy back, but yeah, if he didn't buy back, it would have been an easy tier 3 mid push by the Radiant, by OMMB. Roshan is still 3 minutes, so we're just gonna wait for it to spawn. And it's gonna be a big thing for them. If Skathi doesn't get the Aegis, he won't have buyback for 6 minutes. So if he dies, this game is pretty much over, because if he dies, he's gonna be dead for like at least 100 seconds, or even more. So if he gets chronoed and like a Skyraf ulti on top, he's pretty dead. He doesn't have any way of just getting out. At least he has a black aim bar now, but that's the thing. If you get chronoed, you can't even use BKB during that time. So you're gonna get bursted down anyways. And Spectre has 2.8k gold now. He's just farming the Dire jungle now. Stopping the Dire from farming their own jungle. Just limiting the map and the income that they're taking. Let me check the items again. Who's going for what? AD is going... The Warlock is going for Refresher. Same with the Faceless Void, most likely. Skyraf, I don't know what he's going for right now, but it doesn't seem for anything. Gobi is most likely gonna go for the armor build, or for the for the Shivas maybe. Like he could do something. He wouldn't need to just use his ulti and hit people. He could just use his Shivas to stop people from getting out of Chronos that easily. Even though they have Upheaval already, which stops you from moving for 84%. And they're actually going for the Juggernaut. They get the stun off on the Grimjaw, but are they gonna get the kill on him? He's just jumping in front of people like left and right. He's gonna get the stun off, but they killed the bench. Even though Grimjaw is alone, do they have any mana to use the Juggernaut ulti? No, they don't, but Skathi's doing so much damage. This is probably gonna be a death for the Spectre, and it happens. So they're gonna swap 1-for-1 Venge for Spectre trade. So that's a really good trade for the Dire. They're gonna lose the Venge pretty much for nothing. And they're going for AD now. Does AD have a TP now? No, he doesn't. I think the best idea would just be to just drop the golems, but he doesn't want to waste it. So he's gonna drop as well. So they're gonna lose 2 heroes now in a couple of seconds. They'll lose the carry and the support, who's pretty much a core now. Even though he has he's at like the back of the network chart, but he has pretty good items to fight. And yeah, double golem stops them from doing anything, and they need to get out instantly. So everyone's just waiting for Roshan, who's is gonna spawn in like a couple seconds, and or like 30-40 seconds pretty much. And we're just gonna wait for it. And Radiant is gonna be up at the time the Roshan spawns. They will have no haunt, but it's up in 30 seconds. Okay, at the same time, Queen of Pain finishes up her travels. How's Skyraf doing? He's going for the 4-staff build right now. Spectre has a smoke in his stash, and Faceless Void is really close to getting his Refresher Orb. Warlock is going for it as well, but Void, as we see, he's probably gonna get it faster. So we're gonna see 2 Chronos in the same fight. If he has enough mana, he doesn't lose his mana for no reason, because it's already pretty mana intensive. 300, I think Refresher is like 375, so I don't think he's gonna have enough mana to use it unless he just goes into int threads, which he would probably will do during the fight. And what else? A Warlock is yep, he's 4-7 on 14. I'm waiting for them to have a good team fight again, because they have been dying like solo now. He's actually going now, but we shouldn't forget that Dire is in the building right now. They actually get the stun off on the Spectre. They can't even kill him, to be honest. He's so tanky, they don't even care about him. But everyone's there, so they're chasing the... I heard a finger getting used, but he's so low that it doesn't even matter. He just gets out. He's trying to TP out, and he is gonna be successful. They're gonna actually try to kill the Spectre, but he's getting so many procs of the... They actually get a 4-man ulti from the Queen of Pain. They swap out, and the Queen of Pain dies, which Venge dies as well. Skathi is so low. They're gonna lose this Spectre. At the same time, they drop the Golem on top of the Juggernaut, who's gonna die. 2 for 3, Skathi is gonna kill the Warlock, and he's gonna get a double kill, which is gonna pretty much just balance out the net worths. And it does, actually. So they're 2 for 4, and Faceless Void is the only guy that is still alive, but he wasn't even in the fight. So I guess when you don't have your chrono, you lose your fights, because you're fighting really like differently, pretty much. Because that's the thing, like Spectre is going balls deep for the last 2 times. Like, he's chasing people even though he shouldn't be doing that, because he doesn't have any other heroes next to him, so he just uses his haunt, and that's the thing, like, there's no more damage coming from his team. Queen of Pain got killed, and the crits coming from Skathi finished up at least 2 of them, and Skathi is pushing the Rax right now. He was scared about Moda just using his chrono, and the Skyref just spawning, so he did the right call and just went out of to his Remnant. And I think this is the time where they could just go Roshan, but I don't know if they want to check it or not. They have the vision on it, and they know that there's no Radiant heroes next to it, so Skathi is just pushing the bottom lane right now, just having some pushing, at least for his team, because no one else is pushing the lanes, and they're going for Roshan now. At the same time, 15-minute refresher orb for the Void, and this is going to be a free Roshan, because Radiant has no vision on this. So this is going to be probably Skathi picking up the Aegis, because I don't think Juggernaut really needs it. But it's probably going to be Juggernaut. Yeah, Juggernaut picks it up, but they need to give the cheese for the Skathi. Guess Skathi wants to go Rapier? Is it going to be Rapier? Okay, yeah, it's going to be Rapier. Oh, so it's gonna be some big boy action going. So I'm gonna see a Rapier being bought by Skathi pretty soon. Guess he just wants to keep his buyback, because yeah, he doesn't want to just cost them the game just by buying the Rapier. Yeah, it would be such a decent pickup for them at this time of the game, because Juggernaut still isn't doing too much. He went for the Mischance build. He went for the Butterfly instead of going for anything else, for the tankier build, or like Skathi or something. But that's the thing, they have so many heroes, like, they have, like, the mobility to just get out of Juggernaut ults, and he doesn't even do too much, so I guess that's why he went the Butterfly build, so he could actually have some mischance going for him, and be as lucky as this Spectre was during the fights. And, Spectre has 6k gold in his stash. I don't know what he wants to buy, but this is probably gonna be a heart bob for himself. He could try to get Chavels at the same time, but I don't know if Spectre really needs it, because he can just haunt and just go back to base if people are split pushing them, like Skathi has been doing for the past 10 minutes. He's been forcing the top lane, he's been forcing the bottom lane. So no one else on his team actually does anything, to be honest. Like, Enchantress is just farming jungle, Lion is doing the same. What else? Juggernaut is just using his Manta now, and he's pretty scared to not get killed twice, because even though he has the Butterfly, they have so much AoE damage and so much magical damage to kill him, so twice even, if they want to. But yeah, both teams are playing way more careful right now. It's because they know one mistake can cost them the game right now, and it's a pretty big game for them, because both teams have 3 points. and they don't want to lose the chance to go to the top 8 in this Infoshow LAN party, Dota edition of 2016. And he's going for the Basher now, so okay, Juggernaut's going for the Basher. What else is going on? Okay, Warlock is getting a little bit closer to his refresher. What else? Spectre still has 7k gold in a stash, still no items bought. He's probably gonna go to the secret shop now, pick up the Reaver to get a little bit more tankier, but he's just roaming around the map, I guess. What else? Do we see any more pickups? Enchantress is probably going MKB right now. Has the cheese as well in his items. No Rapier still. Still don't want to go like big boy action. And yeah, he's just waiting for the time to get it, because I guess they still don't want to use their Aegis. No smokes as well, being used by the teams. They have 2 smokes for the Dire, and how's Radiant doing? They have 1 smoke, so both teams have smokes, but they still don't want to use them to initiate with. So 54 minutes into the game. I don't think Skathi actually did. He actually messes up. He actually gets chronoed as well. They're gonna use everything for him. I don't know if they used the. Oh my god, they actually used 2 chronos for him, and he gets Skyref ulted as well. Juggernaut needs to get the hell out of here because he's gonna get killed by the Void. Oh my god, they actually use and the ulti doesn't do anything. Actually, they do so much, and they actually lose the Queen of Pain. Can they lose any more heroes? Yeah, they do. The Brock's coming in, and the Lion ulti comes in as well. Queen of Pain gets bursted down. Can they do anything? Juggernaut has his Aegis still, but he's just going, like, no one's in him, so they don't really care. The double stun comes in from the Lion, stuns both the Golems and the Warlock. They have any more stuns? Okay, they do, and the triple kick comes in for the Juggernaut. They still see the Skyref, and he still didn't TP out. AZ Pro has no mana, but he can just suck it out of the Skyref. He still has mana for the TP out, but Dire just needs to just push the lane. The only problem is that Skathi doesn't want to buy back for this, even though he probably should. And yeah, Skyref made so much space for his team that they have no creeps right now to push with. And the only thing that middle lane is getting pushed, and he should probably just go top to push the already opened up lane, but I guess they just want to push middle. So do they have any more buybacks? Okay, they have buyback on Spectre, but I don't think they want to use it. So it's tier 3 just gonna drop. He's gonna use his Manta. Range barracks most likely gonna drop because they're not hitting the melees. They know that Spectre probably has buyback, but he doesn't want to use it right now because he's already gonna be up in 15 seconds, so they're just gonna back off. With the expense of getting mid-range tracks. So that's good for them at least. Let's check the net worth. Yep, Rocky Mountains again. HP is coming back into the game just because of the few fights that they did pretty well. They have plus 7,500 gold now. Lead against the OMMB team. And a lot more items are coming in. So Enchantress has her Monkey King bar. So at least one hero can deal the damage to the Butterfly of Spectre. And I guess Ember Spirit as well, but he doesn't want to go for, as I said, he doesn't want to go Rapier. Just because we saw what happened. He actually goes for the Abyssal Blade. I actually thought that he's going to go for the damage item, but he goes for the Abyssal Blade, I guess, to just stun people so he doesn't get killed by the Void. But we saw what happened. The double chrono, the 12-second lockdown of the Faceless Void on top of the Skyref ult and on top of Queen of Pain, silence, the Hex, just so much stuff being used, but that's the thing. If Ember dies, they are lacking damage, but the thing was that at the same time Juggernaut had the Aegis. Okay, they used the chrono on the Lion. He's probably gonna be killed here. Yep, they used the chrono. It's gonna be up in 60 seconds. So when Lion spawns, they're gonna have double chrono anyway, so they don't really care. I guess I heard a Spectre ulti. I guess this is just to scare them off, so they don't want to initiate again. Skathi is pushing bottom lane now. All of his teammates are back at base, just because Lion died. And is there any vision for the Dire side? Nope. So Skathi should be back. They nearly used the chrono there. Skathi manages to get out, so he's back top lane to push out this lane at least. They killed the creep who wanted to TP there. Okay, he was Juggernaut, so okay, the heart comes in, 58. Okay, he actually pops. I don't know if Skathi knows this, but he's close to the Spectre. He's missing his attacks, but there's no more help for him. He actually just gets out. He gets the... Oh my god, he has like no damage, and he gets the stun off. A lot more damage coming in now, but Skathi is so close to dying, and he actually dies. Even though he pops the BKB, it doesn't matter. Both the damage dealers die. They just swap each other, but Spectre gets the 1k gold from the Ember Spirit. And yeah, they just trade. They both died for the same amount of time, so this is gonna be a 4 versus 4. Both of the heroes have buybacks, and yep, some stuff that I can't be talking about being drawn on the map. So yep, I don't know, Spectre still is playing way too ballsy, and those mistakes are costing his team some action. And just range barracks getting hit, 486 HP still left for it. I guess it pushes out the lane a little bit, but not much. Needs to get at least 1 melee barracks, so it could push other lanes. And let's check the items. Do we have the refresher finished on Warlock? Nope. Still a lot of time for him to finish it. Oh, Lion actually goes in, double stun comes in from him, but they actually jump in as well. They try to counter-initiate, they get the chrono off on the Juggernaut. He has no spin as well. Double chrono comes in as well. Now, they're gonna get 2-man ultied from the Queen of Pain. They're gonna lose the Lion probably. Cheese is being used by the Enchantress. She's getting hits off on Gobi. He's gonna lose his life. Venge is so close to dying. He's gonna lose his life. Queen of Pain is dead for 100 seconds. No one's dealing any damage to the Enchantress, but we're gonna see Spectre probably using his own. Yeah, it does. They're gonna use the Rod of Atos. He's so slow, and he's just gonna deny himself. And yep, another suicide coming in from him. Skathi at the same time spawns right now after the fight was lost by the Dire, and he's gonna force bottom lane out, so his teammates doesn't need to buy back, as we saw that 30 minutes ago, as he was pushing out the top lane. And they needed to buy back the Queen of Pain, so I don't know if Queen of Pain wants to buy back right now, just because she doesn't have it, and she bought a recipe for Shiva's Guard. And Void is gonna have his chrono in 2 seconds, but he has no help from his teammates. So Skathi is just gonna go back to his Remnant, and it's gonna just go back to farming and just setting up for the next Roshan. Because Spectre is pretty much 5 slotted like right now, 6 slotted, because he has the level 2 Diffusal Blade. He could sell the drum to get something else if he wants to get like an Abyssal Blade or something to man fight people, if he doesn't have the Chrono or anything else next to him, like the Golems. He's just gonna TP top now to just force some issue against the Ember Spirit, who's gonna meet it up right now. And yeah, the Searing Chains, it's just gonna go back. Skyriff gets stunned, but you don't want to do anything because they're waiting for... okay, Warlock has his double Golem, but they need to wait for 45 seconds to have both of the ultis. And Roshan just spawned, so 61 minutes into the game. Probably gonna need a smoke. Okay, 5 minutes for the Radiant, and Dire has 3 smokes. No one wants to go anywhere. How's the Radiant Vision doing? No Vision of Rosh, and at the same time Dire, just because of that, goes for the Roshan themselves. Do you have any slots for anyone to pick this up? I think Enchantress is gonna be picking up the Aegis. Okay, they actually popped the Hunt. They can do anything with this, but he's alone and he actually gets the ulti off. 2 ults comes in. He's so low, but he can't do anything. He just pops out, and they don't lose anyone from that. Lion was so low. They pick up the Cheese and the Aegis for the Enchantress. Enchantress used her Cheese and the Aegis for the last slot, and they get out. The Spectre went in way too fast again. He wanted to steal the Aegis, but like, even if he goes there, what is he gonna drop? Is he gonna drop his drums? I don't think he's gonna be fast enough because they have so many stuns for him to lock him down. And yep, it was pretty close, but it's him dying. But his Spectral Dagger saved him. So he just popped out after the Spectral Dagger went out. And no more stuns went from the Dire side, because they have like no mobility items. Lion was like 200 HP, and Venge already used her stun, so it didn't even matter too much. So back to the boring game. 63 minutes into the game. Caster's getting tired, but yeah, let's pop out the items. Vector Illusions, pushing out the middle lane. At the same time, Venge is invis next to the Warlock. I don't think it would be a good idea to initiate on him. He has double the golems and upheaval. So yeah, I guess Venge is just scouting out if there's any more heroes middle lane. Okay, how's bottom doing? Okay, Queen of Pain finished her Shiva's Guard, but she has no buyback now. Let's check the buyback status. Okay, so Warlock and Queen of Pain both don't have buybacks on the Radiant side. So that's the only problem for the Radiant if they lose those two heroes. So they're gonna be 3 versus 5. And yep, Juggernaut's going for the Satanic now. He has 5k gold in his stash. What else? Spectre went for the Boots of Travel level 2. Void still has a lot of room to grow. He can get what can he get? He can get Boots of Travel as well, but I don't know if he wants to waste the gold, because he then probably not gonna have any gold for the buyback. And yeah, like Skathi pushing bottom, everyone else is sitting in base. 4 people just casually being in base. Everyone's scared to go anywhere, because this is the type of game that you don't want to see, just because it's like everyone knows that this game is going to be like really big for them if they lose. Because if they lose, they're probably going to be not qualifying for the top 8 or Infoshow Dota 2 LAN party 2016. So everyone's playing way more carefully except for the Spectre, because he's always constantly using his ulti to just scout out. 3-man smoke comes in from the Dire. Skathi, Venge, and Enchantress trying to move out. At the same time, Juggernaut is pushing out the lane. So everyone except the carry and the Lion, and they know that they were smoked because Venge was invis, and she used her stun to pop the smoke. So they're all bottom lane, pushing out. Both teams are pushing out different lanes. The Dire is pushing out the top lane at the same time. Radiant is pushing bottom. So they're doing their job right now. And you see everyone from the Dire, especially Skathi, doing all of their damage. Someone TP's back, 2 people are TPing back. We're gonna see a stun on 2 people right now from AZ Pro, from the Lion. They're gonna use the Spectre ulti, but he has like no mana to use any more spells, and they're gonna use the Chrono on the Lion, who's probably gonna be killed. Yup, seems like a death. Venge TP's out. Are they gonna lose any more heroes? Nope. So Lion is gonna be the scapegoat again, and you're only gonna lose a Chrono for the Spectre ulti, I guess, for a Lion death. And what the hell? Okay, he got bursted down because he was full HP and I wasn't even quick enough to check. What did he sell? He sold something and he's selling items again. Guess he's just gonna use his Moon Shard. Oh, he just dropped the Daedalus. Just pick up the Moon Shard because he has 6k gold in his expense to buy items. And yeah, I don't know. Next thing, probably Boots of Travel level 2. If people want to smoke and he goes in from behind to rat the top racks. And he knows that Gobi's in the building. And he's probably just gonna actually get the stun off, and he just pops the BKB. That's a 5-second BKB because it's already really late into the game. Double damage Ember Spirit. Kinda scared, I guess. And yep, the Aegis runs out for the Enchantress. So 3 minutes for another Roshan and everyone's back to farming. And Caster's getting bored. Yeah, I don't know. Assault Kuros finished 68 minutes into the game. 68-minute Aghanim Scepter for the Venge. 10-second cooldown now for the Vengeful Spirit. What else? Skathi still has 7k gold. Spectre. I guess he just doesn't want to sell his drums. But I don't think that's an item you should be having 6 to 8 minutes into the game. What can he buy actually? Like, what else can he do? Abyssal Blade. Scythe of Vice. What else? What else would you go on an agility hero? Does Milner work with dispersion? I think it does actually. So you could have tried that, but I don't know if he actually wants to go that way. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I think this is way past every single hero in this game time. 70 minutes into the game. Like, Spectre died 9 times. Okay, he just pops the ult. They actually get the Ember kick. He has buyback, as I said, 99,000 times during this game. And yep, they used the Chrono. They used a Golem ult and Skybreath ult as well. So they used a couple of ults for him. Roshan still 2 minutes away from spawning, and yeah, I guess the only thing that they can force right now is a buyback, and it happens. And if they kill Ember again, this game's pretty over. Unless they get, I don't know, they hug each other and Juggernaut just swaps them down with a Battle Fury ult. Yep. I don't know, Gobi just popped his BKB, so 50 seconds without his BKB on the Queen of Pain. And everyone's going back again. Yep. Whatever. Okay, let's check gold per minute, doesn't matter. Buyback, we're not gonna have buyback for Ember for 6 minutes. So, yep. The next fight is gonna be essential and crucial. And at the same time, Dire smokes. 3-man smoke. Juggernaut is the first one that's probably gonna meet up with someone. You're gonna meet up with the Skyref Mage. I don't know if they saw it or not, but he actually get the... Oh my god, the worst goddamn ult in the history of Dota comes in from the Juggernaut, but they get the Abyssal Blade, and they're gonna kill the Skyref. He wasn't lucky enough, he gets Abyssal Bladed as well. They're gonna lose the Enchantress at the same time. They used the Chrono and the Queen of Pain ulti with the Hex and on top of Orchid. And Skyref Mage buys back. I don't think that matters too much, but I don't know. Skathi should be careful a little bit more, I guess. But yeah, I don't know why everyone's going back again. I guess just because Spectre's illusions are pushing up top lane. And what did Spectre buy? Okay, so he bought another Diffusal Blade because, you know, 1k, like he had 10k gold already to spend. So I'm just gonna keep it at buyback status and just check the net worth. It doesn't even matter anymore, it's way too late. 71 minutes into the game, feels like a, I don't know, 6 games or something already. Just because everyone's like so scared, they know that they can't make any mistakes anymore. If they make a mistake, especially Skathi right now, if he dies, this game's pretty sad for the Dire. Because this is the game that you don't want to lose. Because you spend so much time just to have a chance to win this game. The amount of throws this game was way too much. Like you see, like Radiant was winning, then the Dire, then it was Dire heavily, then back to Radiant, then back to Radiant, now back to Dire. It's just, you know, just constant drops. Like Skathi is so scared to even go to the creeps to Sleight of Fist him. Like you see Sleight of Fist jumps back. I think supports don't even care about wards anymore, because they know that everyone's like so mobile at this time of the game. 72 minutes, everyone has like boots of travel. 2 heroes have Abyssal Blades, they have bench swaps on the Dire. Pretty legit 72-minute double damage rune next to Roshan. And I guess this is the time where they could try to go Rosh, just because, let's check, Radiant has no vision of Rosh. And 73 minutes into the game, I guess it would be a decent idea. Ember could just drop his Battle Fury if he doesn't want to have it anymore. Okay, they're going on middle. They're gonna drop the Golem for, I guess nothing, or that was Ember? Ravage comes in from the Lion. He gets actually, they pop the Spectre ulti, they're gonna get a Skathi in the Chrono, and he's probably gonna die. Nagi's was really close from dying. He 500 HP, he just jumps out. They're gonna lose Bench, they're gonna lose Lion. They both have buybacks most likely. They're gonna use Chrono again most likely. They're gonna stop the Juggernaut from using any of his spells. I don't know why they're hitting an Enchantress, but they could just kill this Juggernaut, which they don't want to kill, I guess. But he got the Chrono, and most of the heroes have buybacks except for the Skywrath. And Juggernaut died, so he buys back. Venge buys back. 73 minutes into the game, Skywrath is dead for 72 seconds. But Skafi's up, and he's the main guy that clears all of this crap that they have coming in from the Radiant. And I don't know if that's a good idea, because like they still have a lot of ults for the Dire. And they're gonna go back in there. The Slide of Fist is doing so much damage. I don't know, this Spectre is going way too deep. He's gonna get the Abyssal Blade twice, and he's gonna get killed. It's 95 seconds on the Death Shard. They actually just throw this back, 3-2-2 back. They swap the AD, Warlock, and he's dead. Everyone's just dying constantly. I'm gonna go sleep, guys. Oh my god, please stop throwing. Guys, oh my god, 74 minutes. Please. I'm thinking way too long, but I guess this is just... That's why you should watch Infoshow LAN, I guess, Dota 2016, like, to see this type of Dota, where people are playing so carefully, then they get ahead, and they just throw everything back, like, seconds later. Oh my god, do they have buybacks? Spectre has it, does Warlock have it? No, he doesn't have it, so this is gonna be a mid-Rax coming in for the Dire. This is the first melee Rax. 75 minutes into the game, second range rack drops as well. They get a Chrono off on two heroes. They're gonna try to burst down the bench, and they do. Can they kill the Juggernaut? If they do, this game's probably gonna end so quickly. They lose the Void. Does he have buyback? No, he doesn't. Okay, he does. Actually, he just buys back, but he doesn't matter. They lose the Skywrath again. He doesn't have any buyback. They're gonna lose the Spectre. Spectre's dead for 110 seconds. They're gonna lose the Queen of Pain as well. 90 seconds. He buys back. They're gonna have two heroes on the depth charts as well for the Dire. They're probably gonna have a like Megas. Gobi just misses his ulti completely, and he uses the Hex on the Enchantress. It doesn't even matter. He gets a bill, so they're gonna drop it. This is probably gonna just get game. 2 minutes death for the Queen of Pain, and this is probably gonna just be GG. This is like the worst game of Dota history right now, just because everyone was playing so carefully, then they just threw the game in 2 minutes, and this is gonna be GG. Dire wins. Radiant was throwing so heavily, Dire was through a bit, and they just got the throw back 3-2-2 back to 644, then 966. Ember dies now. What the hell's going on? Two-man Chrono now. Do they have any more damage? No, it's just upheaval being used. I don't even know why no one's hitting anyone, and everyone's just pinging each other. Like they're just pinging to hit the ancient, and they're gonna end this. Yeah, thank you. Only took you 76 minutes. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't even know. I have no words. I have no analysts. I can't even analyze this game anymore. My voice is so bad right now. Oh my god. I skipped like one of the games just because the guys that were asking me to cast the same group that I casted before, and I said that I'm not gonna cast the same group twice. And Horny Beaver wins the second game for themselves, and OMMB loses. And they're gonna be stuck with 3 points. And thank God this game ended. Only took you guys 1 hour and nearly 16 minutes. I don't even know what the hell the player's gonna be doing, because this was the second game for them, unless they lost twice, which I kind of doubt. And I don't even know how they're gonna be playing later today, because like my voice is already pretty dead. I don't even know what the hell's going on. They had 684 and 706 last hits, and like I don't even know. The net worth is probably insane right now. 700 GPM for the Ember. He still hasn't even spawned yet. Oh my god, I don't even know. This game was a complete... I don't know. It was... I don't want to cuss, but this was a shit fest. And like, it was a shit fest. No other word goes for this game. Like, people were playing so carefully for so long, like for 40 minutes. They were taking Roshan, Hans, like they go back, Spectre dies, everyone go back to base. The 3-man smoke, someone dies, everyone goes back to base. Skathi pushing other lanes out. And yeah, guys, oh my god, again, let's go to the, whatever. I guess everyone just wants to get 300 euros for the first place. Just like I could pay both of these teams at least €5 just because they went for so long and nearly killed me. But it is what it is. So yeah, let's go back to the waiting screen. Let's update the brackets if they're updated, which I don't even know. Okay, they are.